Overall impressions tonight, I know fall kind of leads up to this, but what was kind of your biggest takeaway from the action?
I'll tell you what, I stacked the team for the first time this fall. Obviously they played somebody else tonight. Probably that was about 95% of who had started, and they did a great job. They stole 8 bases, threw two runners out, hit 5 home runs, and got a bunch of 2-out hits and fouled off a lot of pitches. I thought that put a lot of pressure on the other team, but I was really pleased with what I saw. And they looked like they really enjoyed being out here, and that's what we've gotten out of these guys this fall. Is they show up, man. It's been a tough fall. We've changed a lot of things up, and it hasn't been super easy out here, and they've met every challenge.
I know you're pretty excited to get Iredale here to campus. Has he been everything you had hoped he would be?
Yeah, he's better than I thought he would be, because he's a better defender, and he really listens, and we've been able to help him a little bit on that end, but he came in good. And offensively, I think he was leading our team in home runs going into tonight. He's one of the guys who didn't hit a homer, but he got a couple hits, and he's just been super solid, honestly. I don't know if he's made maybe one error all fall, and made a couple of really nice plays. And you don't know if they could make those plays. And just want him to be solid, hit, driving runs. And he did that in the first tonight. He got a big 2-out hit with 2 strikes and drove in a couple runs.
I don't think he had a hit tonight, but you gave Britton Clark to start with the loaded lineup.
Yeah.
Just what have you seen from him this fall?
Yeah, so I always tell the guys that we don't care how old you are or what year you are. If you've earned a spot to start, whether you're a walk-on or scholarship kid or whatever, and it doesn't matter to us. And I got to stand behind that. So he's hitting 450, 500 going into tonight. Felt like he deserved a chance to play on that team tonight, and he's had a good fall. He's been hard out, tough out, a lot of two-strike hits, and hit some home runs. I think he had a game this year that he got 4 or 5 hits in the game, and got on a little roll there. He finished the summer ball up out in the tournament in New Mexico, and he was like, I'm going to guess, but like 13 for 19 in that tournament out there. That pretty impressive. He came in here and he just kept getting hits. And I think he started out here like 8 for 10, 8 for 12. So I've seen a lot. Pretty good defense, steal base he can buy. Still young. See what happens.
We had a bunch of pitchers out there. Anybody really stand out?
Well, it was really good to see Dylan Carter throw like he did. This is a guy that 2 years ago we were already having all kinds of injuries, and weather was terrible that spring, it seemed like. He just kept going out there and pitching for us, and he hurt himself. And last year didn't go quite as good because he was a year out of Tommy John. And the control, a lot of times, the issue, the command. And his velocity got up last spring, but command wasn't there. And today, what I've seen this fall is he's been commanding the ball, still throwing the fastball in the mid-90s, and he pitched. He did a great job.
Wiggins looked pretty sharp.
Yeah, he had a really good day, and his stuff's amazing. Obviously, he's 18 years old, and you just don't know how they're going to respond out here in this atmosphere. And because he's gotten hit a little bit, but his stuff's been amazing in our scrimmages. And tonight, they didn't hit him. Fastball's 97, 98 miles an hour, and throwing strikes, got a good breaking ball. He looks like a guy that can help us right away tonight.
I know it's the fall, but do you see him being a bullpen guy maybe in the spring?
We'll let it evolve, and that might be where it starts. But I think he's going to be a starter eventually here, and it could be this year. We have some good options if everybody stays healthy. So it'll be with the schedule we're playing this year in 25. We're going to need them all. So it's we're going to scrimmage again on Sunday, and then next week we play Friday and Saturday, and then we're done out here. And as far as scrimmaging and stuff, and I just want to get these guys keep building up a little bit, but at the same time, I don't want to get anybody hurt. I want to get to next year.
And you said this is really the first time you haven't evenly divided the teams. You kind of stacked that red team and Cardinal or whatever I think it is, whatever that color is.
Yeah, and their bats were tough. I know the pitchers were in their mind they're thinking, man, I got him after him, and that one's coming after this one, and it starts to bother you. It wears on you a little bit, and the lineup was pretty deep. And guys that will fight you at the plate, but at the same time, they can hit it a long way. Like Davlin, he'll steal a base, then he hit a ball 400 feet. I don't know. It was a good night for the starters.
Yeah, the older guys, like Aloy and Helfrich and Robinette, I think, older guys hit a lot of the home runs. Was that good to see?
Yeah, it was good to see Robinette pull the ball. Excuse me. There's a lot of his home runs, he goes the other way and backspins the ball, but a lot of times at the pull side, he top spins the ball, and he did hit a ball earlier this fall that shot out of here with backspin to the pull side, kind of got us excited, and then he hadn't had a super fall out here like he thought he would maybe offensively, but it's been solid. He's better, but his defense has been amazing. Been playing third most of the time, and for him to pull the ball and get it out of here tonight, that's good for us to see that.
I think it looked good tonight. What's been the biggest focus for him this offseason?
Just trying to, go through another fall that he's been through and not, mentally attack it like, I just got to get through it. He's trying to get better. He sees that we have probably more pitching depth than we had last year, and time will tell on that. That's what it looks like, especially with 2 or 3 of our freshmen that are pretty solid right now, and a couple of the transfers that came in, and all the guys that came back are better. So he knows that he's got to work to establish his role on this team, and he's done it. I thought he threw the ball really well tonight. He wasn't overpowering, but he really pitched.
I think Root put up a 0 tonight. Just how good was that to see, and just how would you assess his ball?
Stuff is really good tonight. I like, his last outing, I don't know if you guys were here, he didn't have a good outing. We got him. And he probably hadn't had that happen to him in a while, and that's because we have a good offense, but we did a good job of hitting some mistakes. And tonight he used all his pitches. He busted his fastball in on the right-handers, finished a couple, threw that really good changeup that everybody knows that he has it. So he's got to use that fastball more, and that changeup will be seen even better. But he also had a pretty good slider going. He was good tonight.
He's got a little bit of a funky delivery. Mm-hmm. Is that for timing, hiding the ball? And so
he's always had that. I call that like an old-timey delivery. You see that back in the 60s and 70s maybe, the Vita Blues of the world. Bob knows who that is. But anyway, it's different. So we've seen him now a lot, and he still got us out tonight. But, when a team sees him for the first time, it can be a little different for him for a while.
I think Gibbler was, along with Carter, went multiple innings. Just what do you think of him?
Well, Gibbler's been amazing. Today was probably the least effective he's been. The first inning, so we wanted him to go out a little more. He had a few more pitches. I thought he did really well. He was pitching around 93. He's been 94, 95 almost all fall for us. And, I don't know. These guys are working and lifting, and I don't know, maybe getting a little tired. But, yeah, he's been real reliable. When he walked, I think he threw 5 balls in a row. We hadn't seen that all fall. And then he got it back together, and that was good to see. So he'll be a big part of our staff in the spring.
He had 3 Hawaiian guys on that red team. Was that just Hawaiian,
Yep.
Hawaii?
And we have a young man from Hawaii on a visit here with us. He's a specimen.
You're going to be the king of Hawaii.
Hey, whatever it
takes. Speaking of one of those guys, Cahillo, I know he had a rough day today, but it seemed like he's turned the corner lately, right?
Yeah, he's been great lately. I mean, to the point where, if he had a little more experience playing defense, he probably deserved to be our starting first baseman. But I definitely wanted to get his bat in the lineup over there. He's been killing it. And today not so good. We won't even talk about it, but probably a really good learning experience for him. His BP's been good. His exit velocity has been the best on the team. If you take every swing, it's 105 miles an hour when he hits it, even when he misses it at 100. It's very strong, incredible bat speed, and he's only a sophomore. And he'll have a night like this, like everybody might, but he'll have a night when he might hit 4. So he's a good kid, and he can run a little bit for a big guy as well.
As Gacko called him, Landon Beetlejuice.
Landon?
Yeah, he called him Landon Beetlejuice.
Yeah, but it's easier to say that, I think. Yeah, Landon's pretty good. He had a pretty good outing today, and you saw think he didn't throw his fastball till it was like third or fourth pitch, and it was 95. And he can spot it up. He's quick to the plate, a little short arm action, a little different. Got a good slider, good changeup, and he could be a starter. I think he was a starter at Ohio State last year, and I think he might have been their Friday starter. So maybe I know he was though, and I don't know why I'm even talking about it. But he could help us all kind of. Like, he'd come out of the pen, he could start. I like those kind of guys. They work quick to the plate, and he's not scared.
I heard your Montreal guy speaking French to the kids. Will you pick up some French?
No, but I will go to Quebec and get another kid if he's as good as him. I would love to do that. So, yeah, he's been really good this fall for us, and that was a really good pickup for us. And he's kind of settled into that leadoff role, and he's like a legit leadoff man because he can lay down a bunt, he'll take a walk, and he can steal a base, and then obviously you saw that he's got some power to him.
You talked about wanting to run more this year and bunt and the other ways. You like how that's going so far this fall?
We've been working on it like crazy, and we just keep doing it. Like I said, the red team, the team that won tonight, kind of stacked team. They stole 8 bases, and had another one stole, but Ryder hit a ball off the batter's eye, and so we're working at it. We're going to get thrown out a little bit. We're going to get picked off a little bit, but we also need that in there. I think it's going to make us a lot better team.
I think Ryder threw out a couple guys too.
He threw out 2, and I think he picked that guy off first. I asked the other Loy that if he tagged him. He said, "Yeah, I got him." He said he was out. I thought if he tagged him, he was out. So I don't know if umpire missed it or what. But Ryder had a really good night.
That was good. You didn't get tossed out.
Yeah, I don't want to get tossed out here tonight.
It's going to be equivalent. What are your thoughts on the Tigers sweeping the Astros?
They did.